Night for Shavini, a fundraising dinner, is organised by a group of Sri Lankans in Melbourne to help raise funds to save a young girl's life who is in need of a heart and lung transplant. The young girl, Shavini Fernando, joins us via video conference from US this morning. Good morning, Shavini.
Good morning, Janake.
Shavini, tell us your story. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 33 years old and I'm originally from Sri Lanka, and I've studied, I have completed my secondary education completely in Sri Lanka and the bachelor's as well. And then I did my master's in computing with University of New South Wales in Sydney, and then after moving back I've been lecturing at Australian College of Business and Technology and other private universities. And at the same time, on the side, I've been doing event planning and web developing and many more things.
You have a condition called the atrial septal defect, or in other words, a hole in the heart. And you've had this condition from birth for 33 years undiagnosed. And as a result, you now need a heart and lung double transplant. Can you tell us about your condition, Shavini, and how it all began?
Well, as far as I remember, like since I was small, from 5 years or even before that, I can't remember actually when I was small than that what happened. But since 5 years old, I remember, the usual hospital visits and all, they were a part of my weekly routine. And I've always been having it, but everyone said that it's wheezing. So I've been going to nebulize around 2 o'clock in the morning, at least every other week. And then for the longest time period, I think till I left school, I was being treated for wheezing. And every time when I went to nebulize and when it got worse, all they did was just change the dosage of salbutamol and Cubiron and then change my inhaler. I think I have tried out all the inhalers now. And then after that, I started getting palpitations eventually. And then for that, when I think I have made a couple of emergency visits, and every time when I went in, even though the EKGs were not normal, they said that I'm having gastritis, and then they prescribed Gaviscon and all that. And then after that, after coming back from Sydney, I realized it was something with my breathing. And then for that, I went to a ENT and actually I got my nose operated. So then ever since I've been gulping water, because they said that when I drink water, it's like I have to train my nose, like physiotherapy doing for a leg, after been breathing from my mouth for the longest time period, I have to train my nose. So I've been drinking water. And then after that, I remember I had quite a few pass out events. And then when I went to the doctor, they said something's wrong with my neck. And I remember wearing a neck collar for about 2 years, because they said I'm not getting enough blood to my brain because there's something wrong with my neck. So it has been like that. I've been having so many episodes, but every time those were the diagnoses that I got. But no one, until I went into see a doctor, because I doubted that there was something wrong with my heart, no one found out, and those were the diagnoses that I had all throughout my life.
Shavini, you said you studied in Australia in Sydney. While you were here, did you not get diagnosed?
Well, Janake, sadly no, because the thing was, when I normally, as every other student, I used to take my own inhalers and the medicine and everything, every time when I go there. So whenever I get wheezing or difficulties in breathing, just like how my doctor back in Sri Lanka has advised, I used to take my inhaler and salbutamol and the amoxicillin based on the prescription. So I never went to see a proper doctor or GP in Australia, so no, sadly no.
Shavini, tell us about the costs of your surgery and ongoing treatment.
Well, Janaka, the doctors advise that the only definitive therapy is a heart and lung transplant, and which will come somewhere down the line. And based on the research that I did, it will cost more than $1 million. But at the same time, the doctors, they want to keep trying to say how much I can live with my own organs. So they are trying their best with medications and all that to see what they could do. And that medication alone costs about $10,000 a month. And luckily I managed to get enrolled with the insurance, but it became effective from 1st of February only. So we still don't know. We are yet to find out how much it will help us with this medication. Though it won't cover any surgeries or anything, it will help us with the doctor visits and the medication, but we don't know exactly how much, because since it became effective from 1st February, we are yet to find it out.
Shavini, how can people who want to help you assist you?
We have opened up an online CrowdRise account. So those who can go online, they can donate using that, and they can do PayPal transfers as well. And plus, there's a Westpac account, which if they want to donate, they can donate easily in Australia itself. And at the same time, there's many fundraisers being organized by my friends and my family and everyone. There was one which was there on the 31st of January in Sri Lanka, and then in Australia, Dulip and Shazmin is organizing a fundraiser on the 20th February. So people can help by purchasing a ticket and attending those fundraisers as well. And then at the same time, if they have a problem in donating, they can always say a prayer for me. And yeah, because you never know, miracles can happen as well.
Thank you, Shavini, for joining us this morning via video conference from US. And on behalf of Sri Lanka Morning Show, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Janake and Nimal, for having me on Sri Lanka Morning Show. And also Dulip and Shazmin for organizing the event in Melbourne, and the other organizers and everyone who has purchased tickets for attending the event. Thanks a lot.
A Night for Shavini is a sold-out event now. If you would like to assist in any way, please contact Dulip on 0402 562 272 or Shazmin on 0449 596 700 or search for the hashtag Walk with Shavi.